We officially met through high school, but it wasn't really until much later that we kind of blossomed as a friendship first. We were in the local theatre group. We did a few shows together, and that's kind of where we became close friends.
Well, we always kind of knew of each other, but yeah, when we first, we did musical theatre together was when we first really got to know each other personally, and it was just so special that we both had that in common and so many friends in common. So I love that we kind of went friends to lovers, you know, now to husband and wife. It's kind of crazy how that worked out, but we have such a beautiful friendship.
Angela has always had a heartfelt love for animals, horses, cats, dogs, cows, goats, ducks, and that same devotion can still be seen today in her love for Billy and Elsie.
First impressions have always been that he's very tall, obviously, and he's also just so talented. So whenever I heard him sing, I was always amazed at his voice and also just his stage presence and his personality, charisma, I suppose. He's always been, someone that is friends with everyone, and you can really tell that everyone around him feels special, and he makes them feel special too.
Well, I was watching her sing at school and mesmerised. She's an incredible singer. You know, that was a moment I remember quite clearly. And then I kind of had a similar moment then a few years later when we were doing a musical together, and she was singing a song, and there's video footage of it somewhere, and I'm watching her in the wings singing, and you can just see it on my face. I'm just like completely mesmerised by her. And I think that's the first impressions have been around music, the way that she's the centre of gravity, and I'm just drawn to her.
So Clara's advice for being married. Dear Auntie and Harry, I'm not worried about your future, but if you get bored, you could always get a horse. It will keep you very busy and you can ride it up the mountain near your house. If you want to be happy, make cakes or gingerbread together and eat them. You can do as much icing as you want. With Smarties, sprinkles, really being married, you can just do anything you want.
If anyone knows Harry, he has to have every single detail all the way down to the millimetre perfect, and Harry, you did it. The only man I know that can go from a Zoom call to a gym session just to counteract that gym session with a sub of beer. Our joint love for frisbee, footy and acting were the tentpoles to a friendship that will last a lifetime.
There was one moment in the kitchen, we were chatting at his parents' house, just being silly, and he said, oh, in our house, we should have this. And I was like, our house? Like, that's so funny that you're already saying our house. And I think at that point, we'd only been on a few dates.
I accidentally said our house instead of, my house would look like this. And I think subconsciously I knew before they really knew, if that makes sense.
And that was really cute, but that made me really feel like he saw a future and I also saw a future, and we were both reading each other's mind. It was kind of cute.
And because even when I said, I love you to her, it slipped out. Like it wasn't a planned thing, it just happened naturally.
Oh, you're wonderful. Very good. Good. Ah, very nice.
Herbie's advice is, dear Auntie and Harry, being married in Hamilton is a lot of fun. There is an art gallery. Don't bring the dogs inside. Draw your own pictures and make art. You could get coffee every day. At the gardens, there are beautiful trees, and if you're sad, hug them and smell them. Take beautiful pictures together, keep your house clean and make the bed. Put your washing away and don't make it messy. Run on the running track around the lake, but don't beat each other. It's not a race. Just go at the same time, and if you do that, you'll stay together.
Love is patient, love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends.
Don't mind my heavy head. It drags me back to bed. Hard times come and they settle me low. Oh
my gosh, I don't want to squash anything. We got this.
That's incredible.
I know.
Cut the TV on, keep the volume low. By the door around
Harry and Angela, who today are united in marriage. Give them your blessing and make their love fruitful and strengthen their love for each other. Angela and Harry, the promises you make to each other today will bind you together for life. Your love and that of your family and friends will strengthen you for whatever the future may hold. Hopes and disappointments, success and failures, joys and sorrows. You commit to support each other through all that lies ahead.
Saturday mornings, kids running wild, glows up to the ceiling. I catch your eyes and the smile that changed my life.
Today I give you my hand in marriage, my heart in its entirety, and my word that I'm never going anywhere. I've spent my life reading and writing love stories, trying to capture on paper what I didn't think could be found in real life. How extraordinary the universe conspired to prove me wrong and brought us together when the time was right. You taught me that magic isn't just in the Disney parks we love or the fairy tales we grew up believing. It's in the elaborate personalities we create for our dogs, the way we dance in the kitchen, sing duets in the car, how you draw me bars, hold me tight, kiss me on the forehead, and leave me little notes to find. It's in the playlists you create for me to carry wherever I go, and how we can have conversations with just our eyes across a crowded room. The way you listen to my crazy dreams or tell me a story when I can't sleep. Together, we are happy, safe, and loved. And you make those words real every single day. You are my soft place to land in this crazy world, my calm in every storm, my greatest adventure, and my safest home. You slow my racing heart in the most beautiful way, making me present and making me whole. You're the best father to Billy and Elsie, and watching you love them shows me glimpses of our future family, fairy or otherwise, and I can't wait. Before you, I wore my independence like armor, convinced that needing someone meant weakness, but you taught me the most beautiful truth, that real strength is in the reaching, in the trusting, in choosing to build a life together. You made it safe to need you, safe to be imperfect, and safe to show up exactly as I am. And that's exactly what I promised you. Not just good days, every day. Real love isn't about perfection, it's about showing up, and I'll never stop showing up for you. I vow to love you through every season of our story, to keep singing even when we're tired, to fill our days with laughter and light. I vow to be your loudest cheerleader, your softest comfort, your fiercest protector, and your truest friend.
I promise to support every dream you dare to dream and to build new ones together that neither of us could imagine alone. I vow to keep choosing you through every twist and turn, through whatever the future holds. You are the golden thread woven through my whole story. You turn my blues into purple pink skies, my uncertainties into absolutes, and it has been the greatest privilege of my life to call you first my friend, then my love, and now my husband. Harry, you've given me something better than any story I could write or any novel I could read. You've given me a love I could never have imagined, one that exceeds every word I know. So I'll spend the rest of our lives finding new ways to tell you. You are my greatest love story, my favourite plot twist, my once upon a time, and my happily ever after.
Angela, I'd just like to acknowledge how beautiful you look today. And watching you walk down the aisle has now gracefully been placed as my happiest memory that I hope to cherish forever. And as your name implies, you truly are an angel. You may have heard some people say that you don't know what you've got until it's lost. Well, Angela, you've taught me in a similar but inversed way that sometimes you don't know what you're missing until you've found it. And I think that's the best way to describe how I was feeling after our first date. I had a great sense of clarity. Everything started to fall into place. I was breathless, and not just because I swallowed a fly. It's because being with you felt so natural, like we'd been there a million times. We sat down in our chairs overlooking the ocean, and everything started to make sense. I didn't know how I was supposed to feel, but I knew it felt right. And since that day, you have enriched my life in ways that I never would have fathomed. And writing these vows has been like solving a puzzle. It's been easy to find the words. The words are everywhere. I see the words and hear the words every single day, and you make sure of that. Words such as happy, safe, and loved. But the challenge was finding the right combination of words, mixing and matching them like a puzzle to encapsulate my thoughts and feelings into sentences. And initially I found this quite difficult. But I realised that even if I only encapsulate 1% of the amount of love I have for you, and 1% of the love that I'll always have for you, then that'll be a good start. Because in essence, that's what today is about. It's about the start of the rest of our lives together. I vow never to stop finding ways to express the remaining 99%. By holding your hand, writing you songs, buying you flowers, laughing with you, and only sometimes at you, going for dog walks with you, helping you with math problems, being the best teachers we can together, singing with you, starting a family with you, celebrating your successes and being there for you when it doesn't go to plan. And of course, growing old with you. I will always continue to find new ways to express my love for you. All that I am and all that I have is yours. And I promise that on the days happiness evades you, I'll bring you joy. And when you feel fear, I'll be your safety. And no matter what, I will never stop loving you.
We come to life. This is the moment.
Angela and Harry, may you enjoy your life together. Give thanks to God for the gift of each other. To pronounce the couple, Angela and Harry, as husband and wife.
We
They have so much in common, an obvious deep love for each other and respect. That's what makes a good marriage. And the other thing I'd add in there is teamwork.
And now I've got 2 beautiful daughter-in-laws, and we now have a soprano in the family.
Angie's always been such a magnetic person to be around. You're one of the most talented, thoughtful and kind humans I've known, and looking at you today, there's no wonder why Harry fell so hard for you.
Both went to Turkey, both met the governor, both won Youth of the Year, both love theatre, went to Emmanuel, enjoyed travelling, and now both even play cricket. In the summer of 2022, watching them direct Legally Blonde together, we thought Harry is Angela's perfect match. Harry, we are very happy to officially welcome you into our family, an incredible partner to Angela and a wonderful new son-in-law.
Finally, Mrs. Price. No, of course, I am referring to my beautiful wife, Angela. Firstly, I do need to reiterate how impossibly mesmerisingly beautiful you look tonight. Can we just get a bit of a show of appreciation? When Angela and I first started dating, even beforehand, she always made me feel like a little bit of a creep because the reason is because I just couldn't stop looking at her, and that's because she's just so gorgeous. And now I am married to the most beautiful girl in the world, and that's pretty cool. Angela has been a driving force behind today. And, you know, I've tried my hardest to be as supportive as I can, but you truly deserve so much credit for the effort that you've put into planning today, and I'm really, really grateful for everything you've done.